Hey groupies, welcome back.
Hey y'all.
We're dedicating tonight's episode to Black History Month.
Happy Black People Month.
Yes, I love being Black. I'd be so mad if I was anything else.
What's your favorite part about being Black?
Oh my God. Probably we have our own diversity within our culture.
Facts.
And I love that about us.
We have so many different languages, so many colors, so many hair types.
Oh my gosh.
We are just the most diverse one group of people that there is.
Like, seriously.
Right?
Like, how could you not believe that, like, we started this shit?
Yeah,
like, come on. There's
y'all came from us.
Yeah, it's too many different
We are the
versions.
genotype. Like,
for
that's
sure.
For real.
And speaking of, I got my Black History Month outfit. This is from Walmart, y'all. Like, I really am so, like, proud of, our local stores, like, that did things like this, because there's things out there, there's places out there we spend all this money on.
And they don't literally show us no love. Right?
Literally, the whole Black community, they take all of our money and they can't even dedicate one month.
The shortest month of the year. 28 days. Can't
even dedicate
anything
little,
nice.
Just put out a little sweatsuit, a t-shirt,
a hat,
a scarf.
Thank you.
Shit.
Make the candles black. Right? You don't even have to give us credit.
Literally.
And I got mine from Target. What does it say? Old, Black, and Bougie.
Period. Because that's us.
Y'all, I went to Target to find this hoodie.
Did I hear him say it was by the bathing suits?
She said it is by.
It's not even summer yet.
We don't even like swimming.
Y'all want our month to be over so goddamn bad.
Quickly.
It's crazy.
Well, I guess we are in Texas. We got to give them grace for always having the bathing suits out.
True. Because you could literally go swim. You could have went swimming last week.
This is true.
It
gets warm. When I was in Houston, that was the biggest department in Target.
The bathing suits.
The bathing suits.
Sickening.
It's cute.
It's summer here all year round.
As magical as it is being Black, there is some struggles that we have faced. We've come a long way, but there's definitely still... Black women still need to be protected. Black men as well, but two beautiful Black queens. So today we are going to focus on
us,
the Black woman experience.
Yeah,
for sure.
Even with the whole idea of the Black woman struggle, it's literally that. We struggle with so many things. Half the time, I feel like it's not just our struggle. It's the fact that people struggle with us that make it such a struggle.
That was deep.
Like, no, for real.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I needed to say that. One, because most of my struggles are because other people, or like how they treat me or how they react from what I do, and the way people take things that we say, the way that people already have their predetermined, stigmas on Black women,
right,
and things like that. So, probably our biggest, I can't even name the biggest struggle, because it depends on the time of year, the type of person you're interacting with, where you're at, your environment.
Exactly.
We have Black women struggles when we're young. Other little girls not knowing why our hair is so thick and why we can't go swimming every weekend like they can. Like things like that. I think this is the reason why I literally did not like cheerleading, because I didn't like the hairstyles. The fact that my hair never did that, and even though we could do it, or we could go get a ponytail, or I don't want my hair to look like that, because it doesn't look like that.
Exactly. We ruin our hair trying to look like this and fit in like this, and it's just, even from the jump, we struggle.
Now the hairstyles is really like what the boys like, or like,
how we wear our own hair. It kind of changes the men that we attract, and nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it at all. Have you ever had an experience where, I don't know, maybe you wearing your hair one way made you even feel more comfortable being in one environment, or made you feel more approachable because you wore your hair some way?
Yeah, it's so crazy too, because now that I'm thinking about it, I went through like this whole phase with a man, like our talking stages and everything, without him even seeing
your
my
real
natural
hair.
Like, ever.
Yes.
And it was like a couple of times where like I went to go get my hair done. I would, like, this one time I paid extra for her to take my hair down at the appointment, because I didn't even want to take my hair down and wash my hair like at the house with him there. Like, yes. And that, like, I remember this, like, because I know, like, one, I felt like he only really liked me because of like when my hair was done.
Right.
Like, you know, so he never seen me with my hair not done. So it's like, I was kind of afraid to show him my hair not done. But then I've been with people, or I've been around people who see my natural hair.
Right.
And they're like, why don't you wear your hair out more? Like, you know, you look more like you. But honestly, I think my natural hair, like even though, you know, it's weaving hair, but I feel like having my natural hairline, my natural scalp automatically like takes off like a couple years.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I try to like add a little color, and like I try to do different things when I can, but it's really those type of things. I feel like my natural hair attracts younger guys. And like,
see,
when
I'm the
my
opposite.
hair's done, like
when I wear my natural hair out and my natural curls on top of my head, like for whatever reason that tends to attract a more mature, like people tell me I look more mature. They can tell I'm young. Out, yeah, but they say like you look more mature.
Definitely.
But I definitely agree. Like there's a lot of pressure on us as Black women, even in our own community, to have our hair not done. What does that mean? Like this grows out of my head. And it's crazy that I'm like, oh, I need to do so much to it just to feel more comfortable around even a Black man. You know what I mean? Like you have sisters. You were raised in a home where you seen Black hair.
And when we do all these things, we get the long hair that y'all want to see, the long silky hair, and then y'all complain about our lace.
Like what?
And that you know that it's fake.
Yeah, like what? We can't.
What do you want?
We can't win. And that is the most exhausting part of it all.
It is. Because I honestly think like my hair is probably like top 10 on my list of like things I have to worry about, like top all the time.
For sure.
It tires me. It's exhausting having to make sure that my hair is done all the time, because when it's not done, I look crazy.
And for people who think we're being dramatic, there's actually like, I remember a couple years ago, I remember being angry but there were places putting bans on men and women wearing locks, children going to school banning their natural hair, teachers at school touching Black children's hair, manipulating Black children's hair,
or someone telling you your hair's too big.
Is
big.
Yeah.
Big.
Wow.
Like to use, I mean, I understand like, okay, afros can be big, but to use big as a word to describe someone's hair automatically to me is disrespectful. Like, what do you mean my hair is big?
Yeah.
My hair is full. My hair is thick. That's how you would say. If your hair was nice and plumptish, like you would say full.
Right.
You wouldn't say big.
Voluminous.
Yeah.
You would say something that makes it seem
like
acceptable.
It's okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
No. Your hair's so big.
Every single thing we do, we get scrutinized, and there is no happy medium. I wear my hair like this. Somebody's going to have a problem with it. I wear my hair natural. Somebody's going to have a problem. I wear weaves. Somebody's going to have a problem. Like, it is always, FYI, stop telling Black women how to wear their hair, the hair from the store, their vaginal hair. Stop telling us how to wear our armpit hair. Just stop telling us how to wear our hair.
What we want. Literally. And I'm so glad. I'm just, and this is my last little part on that. I've literally just accepted like the fact that like I have natural beauty and I do not need these other little like people make them feel like it makes you feel like necessities. Like even without the lashes, like without everything, without the lashes, without the lip gloss, without the lip liner, without the edge control, without anything that like enhances my body, I don't need that. That's just like a luxury, you know? So I feel like being a Black woman already is a luxury. I feel like now, of course, like in society now, I feel like they're more accepting of the natural Black woman for sure.
I think because
growing up, it was not a thing.
Yeah, it's coming to the point where it's like it's in your face, and not only is it in your face, they love the way our lips are, they love the way our bodies are naturally, and they love our skin. They want to resemble their hair like us. They're getting box braids, and we're not getting credit for stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of wanting to appropriate our culture, but not wanting to give us credit for our culture in a space where we haven't even been accepted for our culture. How do you get to do something?
Right.
I came here like this. Like you get to do it and make it popular. Like it didn't come from me.
That's crazy.
Like crazy.
Psycho. This lady told me people paid thousands of dollars for my lips, for their lips to look like mine.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. Like, and that just, even that, like hearing that, I'm like, wow, like people pay to look like me. People pay to look like us.
And you're sitting here being insecure about it.
And I'm over here like, what could I do to make myself look more accepting?
Right.
Or, you know, like something crazy like that. But no, I've tapped into my natural black woman, real magical, you know, like
light an incense, like the sage.
I'm living in my truth right now, okay?
Woman.
And I love it. I love it. I love being a black woman. I'm gonna say that at least 10 more times in this episode, because it's really like the love of my life is living in this skin that I have, tattoos and all.
Period. So with all that being said, though, we do have to also acknowledge that other people aren't the only people who attack our community. We have a lot of drama within our community, and I don't know if it's because we're in competition with each other to make it out. Like, we've grown to kind of hate each other because we don't want to see the next person succeed, because we aren't. That's what we've dealt with as a culture and as a community. But we attack each other. The whole colorism thing. Oh, you're too light, or you're too dark, or oh, we love the mixed girl.
Basically how I feel about that, because you know, like, there's people who call me light skin, people who call me brown skin, but it's like I never really took the label of either of those. I am a black girl, brown girl, light brown girl, whatever, caramel girl,
like
whatever
in the
you
summer,
want to call
I'm dark skin.
Right,
like,
exactly.
We change colors.
We're my roots, my family, like I have all different shades, mind you. My parents are both African American, and I have literally almost every shade of brown in my family.
Yes, ma'am.
In just my mother's kids alone. So it's like the colorism is like real heavy.
We're so mean to each other.
The mean girl era is like in its prime right now.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
Especially in the club, though. You know those people who walk by you, bump you because they just don't want to say excuse me for whatever it is. And I feel like it's an unspoken thing that a lot of black women, including, I felt this myself sometimes too, depending on where I go. I feel like I have to be this real, like, don't for me energy.
You see, we both like put our chest, like, this is really how you gotta be somewhere, some of them places that we go to, okay? Like,
because
you gotta
people
put your chest
make
out a little bit.
That uncomfortable that you're like, yo, this might be the vibe, that this might be some drama.
You walk into a section, it's like you and your friends, and then it's another little group of yeah, that's when you feel it. And now we all gotta be like
weird,
or it be the girls that's like, hey y'all, like, I'm one of them. I'm like, hey y'all, what we doing? Where's it? Pass the hookah. And then there's other girls that's like, don't pass it, pass it to your friend.
When me and Drea go out, I feel like we both make it a point to include the people around us, even if we don't know them. Especially if we end up in somebody's section or they end up in ours, we always make it a point to like greet them and let them know, like, there's no weird energy. We're glad you're here. We're all about to turn up together. Like, we go out of our way to do that.
You know how much better or more lit like the section would be if we all just got lit together. Like, apparently we all know the same people somehow.
Right.
So like we're mutual.
We're on a vibe together.
Yeah. So we all got invited here for the same reason. Turn up and drink the liquor. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But you know, the mean girls, they just, and then it's like I've also had mean girl friends like that, you know, kind of like weeded themselves out. But like growing up, like the mean girls never really made it far.
No.
Like I there was one point where I was like, dang, like, is that what you got to do to be cool? Be mean? Like I just never had it. I never had it in me.
It expires quickly.
It literally does not last. And
past
the longer you do it, you just look miserable.
Yeah.
Like in all the mean girls that I know, like you look miserable. I'm gonna just say that.
Like I was mean girled a little bit. I got white girled. I went to a predominantly white school. Thank God I had a cultured family. Like most of my family was from New York, and I would spend most of my time at my grandmother's house. She lived inner city. So I was definitely still having my black experiences, but it was something about me being at this predominantly white school where my mom only put me because she wanted better for me.
Right.
But in the midst of growing and it all, when I would go to my grandmother's house and be, you know, with other kids when it was inner city, it was, oh, you talk different, or you talk white, or you act white, or you do this white. And it was just like, I'm a child. Like my experiences growing up are going to shape me. And it's just, at that point, I felt like I wasn't even accepted by my own community, or that I had to be a try-hard in my own community.
Right.
My skin is black. My hair is black. So for you to tell me, like, something about you, you're acting like a white girl was,
and that's that white people shit.
That's that white, like, that really cut me deep, because I'm like, damn, I'm going to school where I already don't feel accepted, and you guys have no idea what it's like for me to go to school and be looked at differently and misunderstood more than anybody, and then go to my own community and feel that same thing.
Right.
Where do I fit in?
It's crazy. That's the whole thing, like being growing up as a Black girl, I think it's way worse for Black women than it is for Black men, especially in predominantly like white schools and things like that. Because, you know, like our Black men are usually like glorified as like athletes, or
they love Black men.
All the white girls love the Black boys, but it's like the Black girls, they're looked at as like,
you know, that's the most desired man is a Black man. Not even just by white people, by any race. The Black man is the most desired man on the planet.
And I don't know if they know that.
Oh, they know, because they be checking for them. I know they be checking for them. Leave some for us.
Oh, for real. I'm saying that Black men need to know that they're the most desired, and that's probably why, you know, they be dipping and dabbling, but y'all really need to stay with
y'all.
They know
what's up.
Anyways, I love the Black man, but as I was saying, like, I think, because I went to a predominantly white college, and I kind of like was dealing with the same thing, because we've tapped on code switching a lot, so I can definitely, okay, like literally, like growing up in like environments like that. Of course, like my kind of similar. My parents moved me out the hood, moved my family out the hood a few times. You know, we kind of like kept going back and forth. Yeah. So when I would go back, I would be able to like chill and kind of like I get used to it, and then we'll go back out into the suburbs, and I'm like, all right, like now I gotta, you know, like sit up and be different and, you know,
speak different.
And of course, in like being white girl is so funny because it's happened multiple times. Like I used to have all types of friends. Like I'm really one of the people, I could have white friends, Black friends, brown friends, green friends, blue friends, Asian friends, anything. And I'll be out with a set group of friends, and then I'll see my other friend, or like, you know, like someone to see me that knows, you know, who I really am and how I grew up, or like, somebody that knows me. Right. And they're like, and I'll be like, So that's kind of, that's like I kind of like relate to the whole white girling thing, because I definitely used to have a lot of white girl friends. And when I was with them, I felt like I could be, you know, like, you know, giddy and cool. And like, we always did fun things and shit like that. And it didn't always have to be no hood shit. And like us worrying about who's outside, and we could stay out late in by their neighborhood and stuff like that. Like I don't never get to do none of this. Yeah, I don't never get to do none of this from home.
I appreciate my freaking experiences.
Right, exactly. You know? So, I mean, I understand here and there, like we joke around about like things being like such white people, or like things being like a Black people thing. Like, yeah, but at the end of the day, being a white girl does kind of suck.
We all got our favorite white people song, y'all.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We were screaming Party in the USA at the top of our lungs 2 days ago.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana. I really am low-key, like, because I listen to the radio, all them little white girl songs. Like, they be hits. They be bangers for real. Like, we need to go to one of these clubs. One of these clubs. Yeah.
One of the
yes. We need to go to one just to like experience, because them white people be turning.
They do. They be lit, and they be
seeing
friendly
them in deep Ellum, walking up out of these little clubs, or like walking in them, and they be having the time of their lives.
Nobody is friendlier than drunk white people.
I swear.
Seriously.
So yeah, we gotta experience that at least once here in Dallas, because I know, and then especially here, they country and you know southern.
One of those times when we get white girl wasted, we gonna
have to go to one of them, and you know they love us too, especially the men. They be like, oh, you're so beautiful.
My Nubian goddess.
God, they call us princess and queen and shit. Jesus. Do it. Yeah, we just need to go and get like waved and fed grapes and shit.
For sure.
They would do that in the middle of the club for us.
Put me on a pedestal, feed me the grapes, and carry me through the crowd.
Definitely need to experience that at least once in my life in Dallas, Texas. But I want to just like still kind of pinpoint. I don't want to like make it seem like, because at the end of the day, we are still, for us, like I'm for the Black people, like these are my people.
Right.
And I know that everyone outside of Black people, they treat us worse than we treat each other. No matter, I don't feel like anybody should be able to tell us that we treat each other worse than anyone else. Like when they label us as like the angry Black woman, they basically make every time they react, or every time they act on something, or every time they give, like, you know, they bite back.
Right. Every time we stand up for ourselves, like,
it's like, she's like, she's this, she's
aggressor.
That. Right.
And
when in reality, like, we are being attacked.
Yeah.
Like,
somehow being Black and being a human being is being weaponized.
Right.
Like, that's
it's crazy. And even We got an angry white woman trend, the Karen.
The Karen.
But it's the biggest joke in the world. Or like
cares,
people
right?
People love it.
Right.
People are excited to meet a Karen. They can't wait till they meet a Karen.
Eat it up. Everything that they do, it's getting eaten up.
If a black woman did that, she'd probably be tackled. She'd probably be, locked up. You know what happens? You know what happens to us. You know what they do to us.
Like to the point where black people were afraid to call the cops. After all the racism and it being publicized about black people getting murdered unjustly, can you imagine like being afraid to call the people who are supposed to help you?
I am.
Yeah. We're not going to get into all that, but we just like, we're putting everything in context.
That's probably like the hardest thing to do in America.
And on the opposite, be black. On the opposite end of being the angry black woman, there's the strong black woman, which we also get scrutinized for being. Because men, they want to feel needed so bad that we're not even allowed to be this independent woman, because then we don't need a man at energy. We can't
win for losing.
Anything.
We can't win for losing.
It's exhausting.
I've literally worked my whole life to become an independent black woman because I just felt like that's what I needed to make out of myself. That was gonna impress the man that I wanted to be with. But instead, it backfires sometimes when like literally either like people would try to belittle me, like don't you know what I'm saying? Like, or humble me when I am the humblest version of myself.
Right. You worked for this. You should be allowed to.
Like exactly. And then I just to be aware of everything that I'm capable of and, like to live in my truth. Like I said, like that's all I'm doing. I'm not boasting. I'm not bragging. I'm not, showing off. I'm literally living in my truth.
Right.
And it's seen as me being too strong or like too headstrong at that. Like people automatically think like I'm hard-headed because I got everything that I want or everything that I'm doing, looks like I got it all together. But no, like that's something I work towards. I should be able to hold that. I should be able to carry that
for sure
and show that and be proud of it. And people look at it and be like, wow, like, or inspired or something. But instead, like, that's one of the struggles. It's looked at as, oh, you're a little too strong, or like, like humble yourself, or don't do too much. Why not?
Be proud.
You know how hard my people worked for us to be able to do things that we do today? Like, in the littlest things, like even being a female tattoo artist on top of being a black woman, bro, like that itself, like there's no way you can tell me I can't carry that as like a trophy. That literally feels like a trophy.
That's an accomplishment. It's all from the mud. It's all from the mud. And it's crazy that you can't sit here with your head held high and appreciate the things that you have worked for, because the next person is going to tell you to humble yourself.
Right.
It's crazy to me.
It's wild. But like you said also earlier, it's because it's not normal. It's not a normal thing to come out of where we're from and make it as far as we've made it.
That's true. And so then people tell you and I all the time, oh my gosh, you can't believe you guys are able to really get up and move across the country. Like,
I wish I could do that.
I wish I could do that.
You can.
And it's like, like, it's
do it.
Like, please, I want to inspire.
The strong black woman in me is what gives me the courage. It makes me brave. Literally, like it's literally made me this person that's willing to pack up everything in my car, everything that I could fit. Everything that couldn't fit had to stay behind.
Right.
And take that 2-day drive and live in Dallas, Texas. Like that's just that. I feel like that's something that being a black girl taught me.
I learned from my mom to be a strong black woman, and I've never seen it as a negative thing. I've seen it as a woman who's hustling, a woman who's going to do everything in her power to make sure her kids are straight and make sure herself is straight. And to me, that's admirable. That's not something that should be looked at as an intimidation tactic. And that's what people have made it seem like, oh, the strong black woman she doesn't want a man and she doesn't need a man. No, the girls who are saying that, it's really a coping mechanism. It is a cry for help. We don't want to have to do this all on our own. But had I not had this strong black woman of my mother who kept herself emotionally sound and paid the bills and raised the kids and showed up to my track meets, that's admirable. I would love to be her, but I would also love to be supported while I'm her. I want to feel safe to do that. And I feel like we're in these strong black woman roles because we don't feel safe to give burdens to other people. Everything I built, I can't give it to somebody because their ego is in the way telling me I'm being too independent.
Right.
Like, who am I going to be when you leave? Who's going to save me when I need saving?
Exactly. That's my thing. I feel like as a Black woman, I'm going to keep saying also because it's just so many things. You just add it to the list. But you hit something. What did you just say? Where would I be if you leave? Because it's like men expect us to let our guard down.
How am I supposed to be a damsel in distress and take care of myself?
I can't. You can't take care of me like I take care of me. That's literally the end all be all for me. It's not that I don't want you to take care. I don't need you to take care of me. It's just I know how to take care of me.
Right.
Even in ways that you wouldn't be able to. So you have to understand that I'm going to let you take care of me the way you want to take care of me. But I can still take care of me.
You can still be your own person.
Like, yeah. So, and that doesn't even mean like the way you love me. Of course, I can't love me like a man would love me.
Right.
And that's why we want their love on top of the love that we have for ourselves.
And we've understood that. They just don't understand that.
Right. It's being that strong Black woman does also like change up the whole emotional like vibe. Like even when it gets down to like people thinking because I'm so strong that I'm not emotionally available.
Right.
What? I'm a crybaby.
Big crybaby. I keep telling you, she was supposed to be a Cancer. She just didn't stay in the womb long enough.
No, seriously.
Mommy dropped it a little too early, but she's like, a crybaby.
I am a rising Cancer, moon sign. One of them. It's been my big three. I am a Cancer at heart. Yes. I promise you. I am so like emotional and but I also have that big tough like, ooh yeah, big Dre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's like my coping mechanism, or that's really that's me for sure. But like when I'm in love with somebody, or like if I really like somebody, or if like even friendships, like I'm really emotional about all things. And even with the tough side of me, that's my emotions.
Right.
I agree. So it's just, I don't know.
We have to be comfortable to be all of the versions of ourselves as well. I always jerk my neck. Do you ever see my neck jerk?
All the versions. Not just one.
I feel like we have to be comfortable being all the different versions of ourselves. I don't feel safe to show somebody like my loving side and my caring side and my funny side and my emotional side. It's interfered with my ability to really accept love. As soon as you decide like me being this independent woman is for whatever reason intimidating or too much for you, I don't want to show you nothing else. There was actually a statistic done. I love my little statistics. It actually said the more educated a Black woman is, the less likely she is to marry, and not just marry, less likely she is to marry a Black man.
Wow.
It said opening your interracial dating pool is actually going to find you more success and more happiness and more love. I feel like I was shut out to the whole interracial dating thing because a lot of us in the community have come a long way, and we kind of owe it to our community to keep that healthy circle of life going. We need more healthy Black role models, and I want to raise a healthy Black child in a healthy Black community because we didn't get a lot of that. That's when I speak to people, like I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to do my community a justice by raising a Black woman or a Black girl who's proud of who they are. That was my thing. But I'm seeing now, y'all, I opened up my little horizon and I'm like, I just need to make sure that I teach them the part of the culture that I want to be carried with them. And that's the best I can do if I end up in an interracial relationship.
Really? Wow, I never knew that. Yeah. It does make sense. Me personally, I just really feel like I can't date outside my race. Attraction is so deep for Black men. Even like I even think Black women, just Black people, just look better,
sexy. We just look good.
So good looking, like all of them. Like, and mind you, it's some ugly people, but it's like you really look at somebody like, wow. But like Black people are, man, we up there. I'm gonna say that to the day I die. We up there. I'm gonna marry a Black man. I'm gonna have some Black babies, full blown. Like the blackest of the Black. Like I need you to be like full 100% Black. Yeah. And I just want that to be like the root of my family. And also it's like, so you say like interracial, okay, so you just make sure you teach them that part of their life. But it's like at the end of the day, back in the days, even if it was a percent of you or a percent of your ancestry or anything, you were labeled Black. So like as soon as you have a child, that child is a Black kid, no matter what is they're mixed with and things like that. So it's like growing up, like of course I can't imagine, I'm not mixed, but just imagining being a mixed child and having those two separate cultures or two separate identities or two separate backgrounds. It's like I feel like they low-key grow up like feeling like they have to pick, you know, because it's not really something, especially in today's society, we barely let people say they're Black unless they're Black,
right?
You know?
No, that's true.
So
that is true.
I just felt like I feel like being a Black person is already a struggle. Imagine being half Black.
Yeah, I feel like they do have their own struggles, but I also think they should be proud of that. Just as I'm proud to be just Black, and that person, well, slavery. All right, I'm 10%, and that person is proud to be Indian, and that person is proud to be Asian.
Yes, proud to be.
They need to be proud to be mixed, and that's the only way that they're going to get accepted by both communities, is accepting that they share two communities. They have their own struggles, and I don't want to discredit that. But at the same time, just because you are mixed does not mean you've shared the same hardships as somebody who is just Black. And that's the truth. You can identify as your person of color. People of color who are not just Black have their own hardships. They can live in their truth. But to me, being mixed is not the same as being Black. To me, it's not.
It's not. But it's just crazy that's how it used to be. Like, dang, you can't even if I only dibbled and dabbled, no, you're Black. And we're gonna treat you bad because you're part Black. Like, that's crazy. But no, yes, I would consider opening my horizon, but only for like,
she ain't considering it, y'all.
No,
she didn't even say that with certainty.
I was gonna say only for like a second.
She start crackhead rocking back for. I just consider.
I don't think I don't think I could do it.
No, you wouldn't.
I just love the Black man so much. It's just I literally like.
I'm desperate for it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it's important to open up my horizon, and that's not even to say I'm gonna end up with somebody else of another race. It's just saying I'm open to the experience so that I don't block my blessings.
Right.
But I want to see Black marriage, a healthy Black marriage, and one that lasts. And I don't know if that comes from not seeing one or if it just comes from we need more of that. But that's what I want to see. I want to see growth and love in the Black community so bad that's why I want it with a Black man.
Right.
Exactly.
So like you said, I feel like I owe it to my people. I really do. I really feel like the smallest things, I feel like literally Black people, we have obligations. Like watching
very Unspoken.
The movies, like the Black owned movies or the Black produced movies. Like, I feel like that's our obligation to go to the theater and see it. Yes. If you haven't been to the theater to see
Get Out? Did y'all watch Get Out at home? That's racist.
Nope. Freaking the Woman King. Woman King.
Say that.
What else just came out? Black Panther. If you did not go to the movies and spend your Black owned dollars on that Black owned movie, that's racist.
You're racist.
You should go to jail.
Against your own community.
You should go to jail.
It's unspoken. And
you should go to Black people jail though, not the real jail. Just go card revoked.
And that's the other thing. We used to get our Black cards revoked for not seeing certain movies. Like, you didn't see Boys in the Hood? You didn't see Belly? You didn't see Coming to America? Like, we used to really get like.
Did you see Life? I just got really played because I didn't see the movie Life, or like I don't even know what it's called.
I'm not even gonna act like I know what that is.
Okay, because I'm not about to Google it. Hold on, because this man really just tried to play because I didn't see that movie.
Like, we really used to get our Black cards revoked for not doing certain Black things, but I realized a lot of these movies that got our Black card revoked were never about Black empowerment. It was always about drugs or some hood shit or guns, and like, we never really get to see us in a positive light anymore. Right. So that's like when you said, did y'all go see Black Panther and Woman King? Those are movies about empowerment. These are the
Black
new movies
superheroes,
that need to be taken
Black superhumans,
Black cards for.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all need to be seeing those for sure. And a lot of them have subliminal messages that everyone needs to see. So it's not just our obligation. I feel like everyone is obligated to go see these movies and see how we could be depicted on the TV screen. I still love being Black. I love
most
everything
magical
about
experience in the world.
It's a power. I feel like we have.
It's a superpowers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, superpowers.
Mm-hmm. Being Black is a superpower.
Especially Black women. I feel like Black women literally all have superpowers. Black men too, but I'm not a Black man, so I can't speak for y'all. But I really feel like I have superpowers sometimes. My mom is like a super human.
What would I really do without her?
Like I cannot believe it sometimes. Like there's no, like, if she can do it, I can do it. And it's like, dang, if she got superpowers, I got superpowers.
Me and my dog.
Yes.
That's my dog.
But that just goes into how well, like, we really should try our best to see into being the best Black woman that we can be. Mm-hmm. And to do that for other generations, because I know that's what my mama did. I know that's what my grandmama did. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the best Black woman that I can be. So we want to thank you guys for joining us on this episode. It was definitely special to us because we finally got to really speak on a lot of the issues that aren't really talked about. And that was just a fraction. Mm-hmm. We could go on for days. Hours and hours. That was way off key. So off key. And I tried to jump in with you.
She don't never sing with me. She tried to jump in.
That's my shit. That's
the only song I didn't even sing right.
Dang. But yes, Black History Month. Love it.
Shirt.
Proud to be. Psych.
You barking at that?
Yes. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. We're going to keep dishing out these podcasts. Stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on YouTube. And continue to give us feedback and let us know if you guys like stuff like this, or heart and comment on the things that you guys like the most.
Yeah. See ya.
Later, groupies.
Bye.